two.
Hi, my name is Tim DeSano, and coming in tonight, it's Friday night here in the DeSano household, and why don't I just do a video for you, because we were talking about a topic. In fact, let me ask you a question. Why are you on social media? Now, that may sound rather obvious, and I think it is, but have you ever really asked yourself, why are you on social media? And then ask yourself again, why are you spending so much time on social media? I think there's a great paradox here. You know, I really believe that life is filled with paradoxes, to tell you the truth. I don't know, a paradox is that where, like we talk about, like in the Bible, when in order to live, you must die to the self, so to speak. And that's what paradox is. It gives you the opposite of what really you either feel or you believe or what you do in life. And that's what's important. And I thought about this. My wife and I were just talking about this, saying, isn't social media a big paradox? Because aren't you there for good reasons? You want to socialize. You want to make friends. You want to enhance already friends that you have already, or people that you know in your family, keep in contact with others around the world. I mean, a lot of reasons. You communicate the simplicity of life, the everyday things, or some of the very heart-wrenching things that you go through in life. And what a great medium social media is to do that, and that's exciting. And yet at the same time, did you ever think, what'd you do before social media? I mean, did you talk with these very people? Did you communicate with these very people? Did you write them letters, call them on the phone? Or did you just feel like, I won't bother with it? And I don't know the answers to that, I gotta tell you. But I think it's interesting. I want to get you thinking. I want to get you thinking why you are doing this, because some of us are doing it for the maybe wrong reasons. Because maybe we feel alone, as we talked about before. Maybe you feel like no one ever listens to you. Maybe you work at a big business. You go home to a big family. You're around all these people, and yet you feel like you are never heard. No one understands your heart, your feelings, your thoughts. And so what do? Your outlet, social media. And sometimes what is so good can turn so bad. Because, see, the trouble with social media is that we communicate through written format. You can't see that person. You can't necessarily hear that person unless you do a video, of course. And so you write things. And how many of you have written things and someone really got teed off at you? Huh? They got really upset at you. And then you find that out, and then you go, oh no, I didn't mean it that way. I'm so sorry. Because, see, I mean, studies have shown for years communication is, 85-95% of communications is body language, facial expressions. So if we're doing that just by written format, maybe there could be a misunderstanding, especially when you are sharing something that is emotional. That's the key there, isn't it? See, a lot of times we are emotional human beings. We cannot deny that, and I'm not saying emotions are wrong. But what we have to be careful of is once we share that emotion and those feelings, we got to do it in a proper way to make sure we are reaching out to those whom we are trying to touch and to get our point across with. That's one of the keys. And that's where, again, the paradox of social media. Something that is so good in so many ways, we can turn it around because we do it maybe for the wrong reasons. And we just want to be heard and someone to listen to us. And then we go off way up on the deep end. But I tell you, social media is, it pops in my head. Some of you who know me, you know my story with me and my wife. Social media was fantastic for us. Yeah, I got to tell you a little story here. My wife and I, my wife is from Brazil, by the way. And obviously I'm from here, Detroit area, in Gibraltar. And we use social media. I went on those date sites, all that stuff. We tried to meet people and all that, blah, blah, blah. Well, I happened to meet my beautiful wife, who is in Brazil. We actually used social media, and we talked for 4 years. Can you believe that? For 4 years. Every single day. And I'm not even joking. I'm not even exaggerating. Every day. Now we had the cams on so you could at least see each other and you could talk a little bit. So that was a positive. But it was used so beautifully, I felt. I gotta be honest, it's fantastic. I met the love of my life. How much better can it be than that? See, she's recording now, so I have to say that, okay? Okay, I love you, baby. But anyways, so that's one beautiful way that social media is. And I know other people are meeting each other, meeting their spouses. I mean, it's a lot bigger. But I'm just sharing with you, that's how special that can be. And yet, on the other hand, I got to ask some of you, how many of you have destroyed relationships because of social media? How many of you have taken loved ones, family members, good friends, maybe even spouses, and said things and done things that were so inappropriate because maybe you got so involved in whatever that issue may have been, and you just, let your feelings out, and then you forgot one thing. Once you write a word and put it out on social media, that word stays out there. Ouch. It hurts. And I know some of you have felt this. I have said some things that I wish I could take back. And I'm sure many of you have. See, so I guess that's where we got to be careful. Social media is great. It helps us in so many ways. But also, you got to be cautious in what you put. Don't use it to just air out your feelings. If someone really, really is bothering you, my suggestion is, call them up. That's number one. Go, and if you're in the vicinity, go over there. Share with them, your frustrations, your hurt, your pain. Or if you can't even do that, just at least message, a private message, if nothing else, so you don't get involved with all the gossip and the hurt and the pain where everyone else who doesn't know anything what's going on and the circumstances, and yet they all, join into all the gossip and they think they got all the answers. I mean, come on, you've been there. Isn't that crazy? And yet we go back to the well and we draw more of that bad water. And we drink it in our lives, and that's what poisons us daily on social media. And that's what we got to do. We got to stop that. Use this beautiful vehicle, this beautiful vehicle, to share love, to share excitement, to share positive things, to share pictures and family photos and things of that nature. And like what we're doing right here. It's just, my reasoning for social media is actually very simple. I got excited a long time ago, obviously, meeting my wife. But it was even more than that, because I have that passion to help people just like you. And it helps me too. I would not be honest if I didn't tell you. I love doing this. When someone just, shares a thought and saying, Tim, thank you so much for sharing this. You helped me in this way or that way. I tell you what, I get a buzz out of it. I get a high out of it. I'm not telling you a lie on that one. I'm telling you, it feels so good. And that's what it should be. Is that it makes us both feel good that we're helping each other. We're in this social media together. And we can make it a better place when we communicate properly and realize we not only have a beautiful medium to use to facilitate our relationships with each other, but also we got to be careful in the way we share that information with each other. So ask yourself these questions. Why are you on social media? Are you using it the way you actually want it to use? Or are you using it as a crutch? Something to lean on because you're frustrated, because you're pretending being someone you're not. Ouch. Maybe that's the big one. That you just, inside, you're a person that you just don't show, and that's your vehicle to let it out. You're pretending. You're acting like you're someone who is better than other person, or maybe the opposite, that you are lesser than other person. Both extremes are wrong, and both extremes are very unhealthy. So keep asking yourself this question. Why am I on social media? And what can I do to really benefit not only yourself, but other people around you with whom you're communicating, so that our lives can be that much better with each other. So please, I would love your feedback on this. Just give me your thoughts, give me your opinions. I just want to hear it from you. Hopefully it made sense. As like I said, we're here Friday night, just talking, and I said, boy, let's just record this. So give me your feedback on this. Like the page. You see it right down there. Like the page. I always love that. And better yet, please, can you see a button to subscribe? Doesn't cost a dime. Doesn't cost a thing. But that way, it lets me know with whom I'm communicating, and also it allows us to even expand. And you, please, share this with your circle of friends, your circle of family members. It'd be great. So go down there, subscribe right now, post some comments, any questions you have. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a question. It just could be just simply a comment. And I want to learn from you. Hopefully you can learn something from me, and I need to learn from you. That's what makes this so valuable, our relationship via social media. So have a great night, and look forward to hearing from you. Take care.